CCI Sama gbóhùn lẹ́nu mi o bá mi kóòlù bàbá kóòlù yẹn ló ní tèmi o. Bá mi Michael kóòlù Ọláwálé mi kóòlù Sama ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ lọ pọ̀ mọ́ àtàtà. Ọláwálé mi kò ló ń sọ sí mi létí. Èmi dẹ̀ ti rí, ìwọ dẹ̀ ti rí, èmi dẹ̀ ti rí, ìwọ dẹ̀ ti rí, èmi dẹ̀ ti rí, ìwọ dẹ̀ ti rí. Àwẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi kí ló rí? Èmi ti rà bùkẹ́ tó ń bẹ̀rù sórí, tó ń bẹ̀rù sẹ́yìn, kó wá gùn kẹ̀kẹ́, kẹ̀kẹ́ gùn kẹ̀kẹ́ òwe. Sẹ́ra kejú sẹ́ra kẹ̀tì, sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Aṣíwájú sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Aṣíwájú ọ̀nà fọwọ́ kan ló ń wọlé. Sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Past president bàbá wa sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Aṣíwájú ọ̀nà fọwọ́ kan mi màmá rẹ̀ sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Sẹ́ra ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Aṣíwájú ọ̀nà fọwọ́ kan ìhà ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Bàbá ló wọlé wẹ́rẹ́ ìhà ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Ìhà ti ṣàgbére lọ́wọ́. Michael Cole Echo Aketete ilé ọ̀gbọ́n. Echo Aketete ilé ọ̀gbọ́n. Àrùn dáadáa kò má má ṣá. Ẹ̀kọ́ àrùn mi sá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Àrùn dáadáa kò má má ṣá. Ẹ̀kọ́ àrùn mi sá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Echo Aketete ilé ọ̀gbọ́n. Echo Aketete ilé ọ̀gbọ́n. Àrùn dáadáa kò má má ṣá. Ẹ̀kọ́ àrùn mi sá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Àrùn dáadáa kò má má ṣá. Ẹ̀kọ́ àrùn mi sá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Àwíwíwí ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgbọ́, ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgbọ́, àfọ̀fọ̀fọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ onígbà. Àwíwíwí ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgbọ́, ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgbọ́, àfọ̀fọ̀fọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ onígbà. Ohun tó ń ṣe yín wá ń jáde ẹ̀yìn, ẹ̀yìn tún padà tàbí di aláwòrán. Ohun tó ṣe yín wọ́n járe ẹ̀yìn o, kẹ́yìn tún padà sábìdì aláwòrán. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wá kẹ́dùbà fún wa, máma ògùn jẹ́ lónìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wá kẹ́dùbà fún wa. Chief Mrs. Captain lè pè méjì sẹ́, assistant ó lè pè méjìlá. Ọba yí pé méjìlá àfin, ìjòyè lè pé mẹ́tàlá àfin. Níbi wọ̀lú o, ẹ̀sìn mi àgbàjà. Ẹ̀sìn mi ariwo. Ẹ̀sìn mi o, ẹ̀sìn mi àgbàjà. Ẹ̀sìn mi ariwo. Ẹ̀sìn mi àgbàjà. Ẹ̀sìn mi ariwo. Michael Cole ẹ̀sìn mi àgbàjà o. President ẹ̀sìn mi ariwo. Pẹ̀sí olóye ẹ̀sìn mi àgbàjà. Ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀sì mi ariwo. Ṣáwa la lè kó, àwa la lè kó. Dédé, àwa la lè kó. Àwa la lè kó. Àwa la ní Lagos State. Àwa la lè kó. Lè kó, àwa la lè kó. Èkó arómi sálẹ̀ gbàlẹ̀. Àwa la lè kó. Èkó ló ń lókun ọ̀sà. Àwa lọ́lọ́run fún. Èkó ló ń lókun ọ̀sà. Àwa lọ́lọ́run fún o. Òkun ó ṣe é pé lọ s'Àbújá. Ọ̀sà ó ṣe é pé lọ s'Àbújá o. Èkó ló lókun ọ̀sà. Àwa lọ́lọ́run fún. Bàmí Cole ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Michael Cole sàmà gbóhùn lẹ́nu mi àná. Mo ní Èkó ló ń lókun ọ̀sà, àwa lọ́lọ́run fún. Èkó ló ń lókun ọ̀sà, àwa lọ́lọ́run fún o. Òkun ó ṣe é pé lọ s'Àbújá. Ọ̀sà ó ṣe é pé lọ s'Àbújá o. Èkó ló lókun ọ̀sà, àwa lọ́lọ́run fún. Egunle àbáyé, àbáyé, òkìkí campus, campus, àbíwò kò bá wá, kò bá wá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká papọ̀ káwá ṣeré o, àìmọ̀kan ló. Ayé 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 mi retí ẹlẹ́yà níbo la fi t'Olúwa sí. Èkó la wá yìí, Èkó dùn. New Lagos. Ọlọ́lá ló ní tèmi, ask about me, ask about me. Wọ́n ti lé mi, wọ́n lè mú mi. Ọmọ Ọlọ́run kò lè sún mi. Ségesège búlà, I'm still getting my moolah. Dollars pẹ̀lú náírà, ikú tó pàyà tíṣà. Ó lè pa wọn ní kí ló ń fò lókè, fò lókè. Ẹyẹ ló fò lókè, fò lókè. Kí ló ń rìn nílẹ̀? Àwọn èèyàn ló máa ń rìn nílẹ̀. Má tẹ́ mi mọ́lẹ̀ o, má tójú ilẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀. Bó bá bá dọ̀bálẹ̀, ilẹ̀ máa fẹ́ kólẹ̀, máa fẹ́ kólẹ̀ fún wa. Mo ṣe ní pé títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ, lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Àfọlábí mi Ṣódípọ̀. Títí láíláí lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Ìkòròdú Ọ̀gá ẹlẹ́ lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Títí láíláí lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Títí láíláí lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ o. Títí láíláí lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Títí láíláí lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ o. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Àfọlábí mi Ṣódípọ̀ títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Ọmọ wọn ní Kòròdú ọ̀gá títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Títí láéláé lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Lọ́pẹ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Àfọlábí mi Ṣódípọ̀ mi o. Bàbá nìyẹn. Ọmọ wọn nílùú Ìkòròdú. Ọmọ wọn ní Kòròdú ọ̀gá. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ ẹ̀lúkú mẹ́dẹ́mẹ́dẹ́. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ ẹ̀lúkú mẹ́dẹ́mẹ́dẹ́ mi àtàtà. Ọmọ ṣẹlẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ bí ẹni tí ò róbìnrin. Fọlábí ló ní tèmi. Ṣódípọ̀ mi o, mo kí ẹ. Àfọlábí mo ń bá lóde. Ọmọ Ṣódípọ̀ mi o, mo kí ẹ. Àfọlábí ló ní tèmi. Ọmọ Ṣódípọ̀ mi o, mo kí ẹ. Ọmọ wọn ní Ìkòròdú ọ̀gá. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ ẹ̀lúkú mẹ́dẹ́mẹ́dẹ́. Àfọlábí ló ní tèmi. Ọmọ Ṣódípọ̀ mi o, mo kí ẹ. Àfọlábí mo bá ròde. Ọmọ Ṣódípọ̀ mi o, mo kí ẹ. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ Ìkòròdú ọ̀gá. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ ẹ̀lúkú mẹ́dẹ́mẹ́dẹ́. Mo fowó gidi ṣẹ̀mí lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́láyé o, mo bá ròde. Chief Mrs. Táíwò Olúṣọlá o. Olúṣọlá mi Táíwò mi. Olúṣọlá mi Táíwò. Ọlọ́lá mo bá ròde. Olúṣọlá mi Táíwò. Ọlọ́lá ló ní tèmi. Olúṣọlá mi Táíwò. Olúṣọlá o. Ọlọ́lá ló ní tèmi. Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, Deputy President o. Deputy President Idahosa mi gangan. Deputy President Siwa LCCI awaiting President 2024 awaiting President 2024 awaiting President LCCI awaiting President Mr. Gabriel Idahosa Gabriel Idahosa Mr. Gabriel Idahosa Gabriel Idahosa wọ́n jó ṣokoṣokoṣokoṣoko ṣàbàdìgbò. Ọlọ́lá mo bá gòdè HOS yẹ́lò ní tèmi. Ayọ̀fẹ́ mo bá ròde gọ́ngọ́. Mo lè má ju skẹ́ńtẹ́lẹ̀. HOS ló wọlé wẹ́rẹ́. HOS ló wọlé wẹ́rẹ́. Ọlábọ̀dé Agoro. Ọlábọ̀dé Agoro ló wọlé. Ọlábọ̀dé mi o. Ọlábọ̀dé Agoro ló wọlé. Ọlábọ̀dé mi o. Ó ń dilé Agoro. Agoro. Ó ń dilé Agoro. Agoro. Ọlábọ̀dé ó ń dilé Agoro. Agoro. Ó ń dilé Agoro. Agoro. Ọlábọ̀dé ó ń dilé Agoro. HOS Agoro yìí ó ń dilé Agoro. Ọlábọ̀dé ó nílé àgòrò HOS àgòrò yóò ó nílé àgòrò. Ọlábọ̀dé ó nílé àgòrò àgòrò sẹ́ ó nílé àgòrò. Ọlábọ̀dé ó nílé àgòrò HOS Ọlábọ̀dé ó nílé àgòrò. Ó nílé àgòrò bá mi kí Ọlábọ̀dé lóní tèmi ó nílé àgòrò. Àgòrò Ọlábọ̀dé mo bá lòdè àgòrò yóò ó nílé àgòrò. Àgòrò ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá ká máa bí inú ọmọ. Ọlábọ̀dé àgòrò lóní tèmi àtàtà. Ọlábọ̀dé mo bá òde àgòrò yìí. Èkó arọ́ mi sálẹ̀ gbẹ̀lẹ̀gbẹ̀lẹ̀gbẹ̀ Ọlábọ̀dé. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́kọ́ ẹ ti nínú Lagos. Ọlábọ̀dé lóní tèmi àtàtà. HOS. Ọlábọ̀dé ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá ṣẹ́ o ká máa bí inú ọmọ. Ọlábọ̀dé ló jọ bàbá ẹ̀ jù ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá ká máa bí inú ọmọ. HOS Ọlábọ̀dé ló ní tèmi o ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá. Àgòrò ṣòǹgbọ́n ká máa bí inú ọmọ. Ọlábọ̀dé mò ń bá bòde ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá ká máa bí inú ọmọ. Ọlábọ̀dé àgòrò yẹn ló ní tèmi ọmọ ò lè jọ bàbá ká máa bí inú ọmọ. Àjùwéjúwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́ lé wa. Àjùwéjúwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́ lé wa. Àgòrò ilé owó lẹ́wọ̀ tẹ́ ò mọ̀ nílùú Èkó. Ilé ọ̀la lẹ́wọ̀ tẹ́ ò mọ̀. Ọlábọ̀dé àjùwéjúwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́ lé wa. Mo padà síbẹ̀ ó ń dilé àgòrò àgòrò ó ń dilé àgòrò àgòrò ó ń dilé àgòrò tímọ́tímọ́ gómìnà wa nílùú Èkó ó ń dilé àgòrò.
Thank you very much, band. That was very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, please proceed to your seats. Let's have our seats because we're starting the closing ceremony of the Lagos International Trade Fair 2023. So please make your way to your seats. You would greet each other when we're done. Please make your way to your seats. Let's begin in earnest. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests of honor, and our most cherished participants of the Lagos International Trade Fair 2023. It brings me great pleasure, and in all humility, I stand before you this morning to introduce myself. My name is Oluwayemisi Komli Akingbola, and I will be walking you through the program and the order of events today. But while we're waiting for everything to be settled before we start, I'd like for you to reflect on what Lagos International Trade Fair 2023 has birthed. If there's anything I am sure of, I am certain that not only have we connected on business levels, but we have also created opportunities for the future. Right about now, ladies and gentlemen, entering royally with all dignity, with high esteem, are the white cap chiefs. We welcome you specially, Mobo Foriadeo, the Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Babatunde Riwal Akiolu, in all his glory, is fully represented by the white cap chiefs. It brings us great pleasure to welcome you to this pivotal moment. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I'll crave your indulgence to do something very quickly. Omo Yoruba ni wa, at least for the most part. And it only speaks well that we should welcome the royalty in the house. So you're going to do me a favor. While the white cap chiefs were coming in, I just mentioned that they are representing His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Riwan Akiolu, the Oba of Lagos. However, it would make a lot of sense for us to say welcome. So I crave your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please say Eka Bosa? Thank you very much. Well, with that out of the way, I'd like to also crave your indulgence one more time as we stand up to take the national anthem to signal the beginning of the ceremony. very much. You may please be seated. We begin with gratitude in our hearts to God and to men. God, who has spared our lives to witness this pivotal moment, and men on whose wings we soar, as well as women who stand and say this must be a success. And on that note, I welcome you to the closing ceremony of the Lagos International Trade Fair 2023, as organized by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together because it has been an amazing journey this past 7 days. I'd like to recognize the presence of the Lagos State Governor, whose leadership is exemplary, and without whom we probably would not have this cohesive gathering that we have here today. Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the Governor of Lagos State, he's here this morning, ably represented by the Head of Service Lagos State, Mr. Olabode Agoro. Please, thank you very much. Please give him a warm welcome. As we all know, we always say that behind every successful man is a strong woman. The First Lady of Lagos State, Our Excellency Dr. Mrs. Claudinia Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, is also here present, and she's ably represented by Mrs. Bukola Taiwo Akoshile. I welcome you warmly, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming. The Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Babatunde Riwan Akiolu, is ably represented by the White Cap Chiefs, led by Chief Lateef Olaribigbe Opelua of Lagos. Kábíyèsí o. I would like to specially recognize the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly here present, particularly the Chairman House Committee on Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Honorable Abiodun Tobun. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Join me as I recognize all members of the State Executive Council here present, the body of permanent secretaries, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, and particularly Mrs. Adetutu Oluremi Oshosanya, FCA. You're welcome, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to crave your indulgence. When we recognize people, we not only recognize the authority that they carry, we recognize the work that they have put into their name. We recognize what they have become, what they stand for. So I would please crave your indulgence to give a resounding round of applause anytime I record. Thank you, Ma, thank you so much. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize the chairman of the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi. Thank you so much for being here, sir. The Iyaloja General, Chief Mrs. Folashade Ojo, is ably represented here today by Iyaoja of Shangotedo, Etiosa East, Chief Mrs. Idayat Oladejo. Thank you so much for being here, ma'am. It is very beautiful to recognize our invited guests and esteemed dignitaries to the house this morning. However, it would be nice for us to be introduced to the great men and women who have put this together, who provide leadership, who provide advice, whose conduct is very exemplary. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to please introduce to you the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ashiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON. I'd like to specially recognize his wife, Mrs. Adebola Olawale Cole. You're welcome, ma'am. Your candor and your support is exemplary. Permit me to introduce and recognize the Deputy President of the LCCI. First, I would like to start with Mr. Gabriel Idaosa, FCA. I'd also like to introduce another Deputy President of LCCI, Mr. Knut Uvmoen. Thank you so much for being here, sir. We have a daddy in the house. I'd like to introduce to us the BOT chairman and past president LCCI, Chief John Odeyemi, MFR. You're very welcome, sir. You would know the strength of an organization when people who have served in times past always come around when there is an event, and there's that continued support. And such is the story of the LCCI. You always find at every event organized by the LCCI, a retinue of past presidents, honorable life vice presidents, people who have served in times past, but because there is a vision that LCCI embodies, they have chosen to continue to be a part of that story. So on that note, I would like to introduce the past presidents of the LCCI in no particular order. I'd like to start by introducing Honorable Mrs. Toki Mabogunje. I'd also like to specially recognize the presence of Olori Dr. Mrs. Onikepo Akande, CON, a two-time Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I also have another past president of the LCCI, Ashiwaju Dr. SK Onofowokon, CON. Nice to see you, sir. I have also Alhaji Aderemi Bello, FCA. Thank you so much for being here, sir. I'd like to recognize the presence of the vice presidents of the LCCI. Please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Prince Abimbola Olashore, FCA. Don't stop clapping as I introduce Mrs. Mojisola Bakari, FCIB. You're welcome, ma'am. Permit me one more time to drag your hands to put them together for Benga Ismail Evans, Vice President, LCCI. I'd like to specially recognize the honorary life vice presidents here today. And I'll start with Mrs. Patricia Agbaku Ajegu. It's lovely to see you again, ma'am. Leadership is a lot. And sometimes, you know, if one is not careful, one might tend to think that, oh, what are the leaders doing? Especially if you're not the one wearing the shoe. The person I'm about to introduce, I'd like for us to give a special warm welcome to this person, because he's not just the vice president of the LCCI, he's also the chairman of the Trade Promotion Board. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Engineer Leye Kupolui. Especially, I would like to recognize one particular honorary life vice president of the LCCI. And I have the pleasure and the the great opportunity to introduce Chief Mrs. MRA Adeleke OON. You're very welcome, ma'am. Right about now, I'd like to take a quick break from recognizing all the beautiful people that I have here. However, it will do me no good to not recognize every single person seated here today. You have come all the way for this special occasion. Please give a warm welcome to yourselves. And finally, for this round, I'd like to recognize all members of the press that are here, from whose cloth I have been cut. Thank you very much for being here. Right about now, I'd like to invite up to the podium for a welcome address the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Honorable Folashade Ambrose Medebem. I've just been informed that it's a video presentation and it will be played right about now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Mr. Deputy Governor, the Secretary to the State of Lagos State Government, Honorable Member of Lagos State House of Assembly, all senior government officials here present, especially the Permanent Secretary, MCCTI, Mrs. Adetutu Oluremi Oshosonya, FCA, the President of LCCI, Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, Board and Management of LCCI, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this special occasion to celebrate the Lagos State Day, which also coincides with the closing ceremony of the 37th edition of Lagos International Trade Fair. Kindly permit me to take a moment to salute the courage and resilience of the board and management of LCCI, the organizers of this trade fair, for successfully hosting exhibitors to a 10-day non-stop intense business exposition. Hosting such a huge event during this season of local and global economic pressure is a task only the lion-hearted can pull through. Despite the challenges, this edition is no doubt a huge success, and LCCI's role under the able leadership of Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole is highly commendable. The theme for this year's event, Navigating Economic Challenges, Forging a Path to Prosperity, is both timely and pertinent. We live in an age of unprecedented challenges compounded by global economic shocks. It is a time that tasks our willpower and demands that we put on all our thinking caps to survive as individuals and businesses. To paint a picture with data, Lagos State, the economic nerve center of Nigeria, currently contributes approximately 25% to Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP. Over the past year, we have seen an impressive 8% growth in our non-oil sector, a testament to the resilience and innovation of our industrious business community. Many of our micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, are growing, accounting for about 8% of the state's employment, which underscore their pivotal role in job creation and economic development. But let us look beyond the numbers. The real value lies in the stories these numbers tell. Stories of entrepreneurs who, despite their challenges, have built thriving businesses. Stories of international investors who see Lagos not just as a business destination, but as a hub of innovation and creativity. And stories of everyday Lagosians whose diligence and tenacity propel our beloved state forward. Distinguished guests, the Lagos International Trade Fair has long been one of the platforms where these stories converge. Over its 36 previous editions and counting, the fair has attracted millions of visitors, both local and international, connecting businesses from over 50 countries. This year, we are proud again to join LCCI in hosting over 2,000 exhibitors to showcase the best of Lagos, Nigeria, and the world. Because of the local and global economic challenges, businesses must adapt. Adapt to various economic variables for survival and prosperity, whilst building an internal mechanism to face economic challenges. At the crux of this is the unrelenting commitment to combine factors of production to create marketable value that can be converted to wealth. You know it is not that simple, but with determination, it is truly the sure. Lagos State Government, to Oluremi Oshosoyan FCA, the President of LCCI, Ashiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, Board and Management of LCCI, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this special occasion to celebrate the Lagos State Day, which also coincides with the closing ceremony of the 37th edition of Lagos International Trade Fair. Kindly permit me to take a moment to salute the courage and resilience of the board and management of LCCI, the organizers of this trade fair, for successfully hosting this year's rising investors who
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. While that was going on, I have been informed that we have a special person walking into the event today. And I have the single pleasure of introducing the president of NASIMA, Otumba Dele Oye Esquire. You're very welcome, sir. Please, a round of applause. A warm welcome to you, sir. Before we proceed, please, if this is your car plate number, EKY 616AV, kindly go out to the marquee hall to repark your car. It's a black Honda Jeep, EKY 616AV. At this point, I'd like to introduce for his address, the address by the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI, Ashiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON, for his address. A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
First and foremost, let me acknowledge the creator of the heaven and the earth, who had made it possible for us to be here today. He's the one who had made Lagos peaceful, who had given us good weather for the last 10 days of this trade fair. Is the one who had made it possible for us to have a peaceful 10 days trade fair here without any bad incident. So he's the first on my list of protocol. Let me acknowledge my good friend and brother, very amiable governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is here again, represented by another good Aburo and a good friend of mine, the former PS of Lands in Lagos State, who is now the head of service of Lagos State, Mr. Olabode Agoro. Okay. Those are the true Lagos people. We're happy to have you here. Let me also acknowledge Her Excellency, my sister, the First Lady of Lagos State, Dr. Mrs. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, who is here represented very ably by Mrs. Bukola Taiwo Akoshile. You are correct, man. Let me, at this point, acknowledge the presence of the APC chairman in Lagos State, Honorable Cornelius Ojalabi. You are correct, sir. Please allow me to acknowledge the chair of the Board of Trustees of SCCI, Chief Jonademi, MFR. I should not forget the deputy presidents who are here present, two of them, my good friend and brother, a man I'm very proud of for the last 12 years or so that we have met at the chamber here. Deputy President, Mr. Gabriel Dahosa, FCA. We acknowledge. Another good friend and brother, a GED of our Dangote Group, a Nigerian by all standard, Mr. Kunut Umar, MFR. Let me acknowledge the immediate past president of SCCI, who is here with us, in person of Mrs. Toki Maboguje. Thank you, ma'am. We have here in our midst the NASIMA president. That is the umbrella association for chambers in Nigeria. Another good friend and brother, Otumba Dele Oye. We have here also my good Egbon, father and friend, the gentleman that brought me into council of SCCI, Ashiwaju K. Onafokon, OON. Thank you, sir. I'm very, very proud of you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have another friend and brother and a fellow Rotarian, a fellow past governor of Rotary International, Alhaji Remi Bello, FCA. Please pardon me, there's a long list of protocol here. You may just help me. Having listened to the introductions that have been made much earlier, you may just allow me to keep moving on at a point. But we cannot at all forget my Oba, the Oba of Lagos, my father and my friend of many years. Kabiesi was 80 very recently. We thank God for his life and for what he has done since he took over the reign in Lagos State. I'm talking about the Oba of Lagos, Oba Rulwan Akiolu, CFR, who is here represented by many white cap chiefs. And those white cap chiefs are led here by Chief Abdul Latif Adebigbe Ajose, the Opolua of Lagos. You are all acknowledged. I also recognize all council members here present, honorary live vice presidents, there are many of them here, many other distinguished Nigerians who are here present. Please pardon me. In the interest of time, I stand on the protocol for this purpose already established by the Director of Ceremonies. Let me go on to say that you are all warmly welcome to this 37th edition of the Lagos International Trade Fair. This trade fair was being done in the past by the federal government, handed over to Lagos International Trade Fair, to Lagos Chamber of Commerce over 37 years ago. And to the glory of God, SCCI, for who we are, we have continued to do this trade fair uninterrupted for 37 good years. We had Ebola. That was when I chaired the board for trade promotion and trade fair here. We also had COVID. We also know the state of the economy as we speak. We have ensured that we'll keep on trying to see that we don't play with the economy of Lagos and Nigeria by ensuring that this trade fair must hold under any circumstance. And that I want to thank my predecessors who have done this religiously for the last 36 years. And this year's own is the 37th edition, for which we thank God for his grace and for his mercy. Thank you. We want to thank Lagos State Government for the continuous support for the trade fair, especially towards the success of this current one that is ending here today. The generic theme, protocol, I forgot my wife. I want to be sure I have a home to go back to. She herself is a baby of a chamber because her father was Chief Adeboale, who was honorary life vice president of Lagos Chamber of Commerce. So I'm sorry, my darling. You are very well acknowledged. I had so many ladies here, there's no way I should have forgotten my wife. I didn't forget since I remembered. So the theme for this trade fair, we must have heard, and is there written boldly, is connecting businesses, creating value. This theme underlines the importance of relationships and networking among businesses for wealth creation, also for trade partnerships, and for productivity growth. The theme also underscores the value of interactions between and among all the stakeholders in the business ecosystem. As we all know, LCCI was created in the year 1888 This year, we have been celebrating the 135th anniversary of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I don't know of too many associations or institutions in Nigeria that can announce over 100 years. But this year, SCCI is announcing its 135th anniversary, and I think you should please clap for SCCI. SCCI was helped to be established by the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also SCCI, in 1888. They were established a couple of years before then. There have been some chambers of commerce in the UK, but the real SCCI there now, the London Chamber, came up after its last struggle to hold on. They came here in 1888 to establish SCCI. And we've had a couple of expatriates, mainly British, who chaired the board of the chamber. But we were lucky in 1923, we had the first African president, Mr. Thomas, who took over as president. After that, we had two expatriates who came after him. And since those two expatriates, Nigerians have taken over fully up to today. Please clap for Nigeria. I will tell you, when I was in the UK last few months to see the London Chamber of Commerce DG, they didn't believe that SCCI would be this formidable because it's Nigeria. I then told him that a lot of good things are happening in Nigeria, of which we are just one. So I want to thank God that Nigeria has an institution that they can announce is 135 years old this year and also run by Nigerians. We want to thank God for His grace. This trade fair is the 37th edition, like I've said earlier, and the Chamber has been doing this, and we are very proud that this trade fair is the biggest trade fair in Africa. Formerly in West Africa, I can now say in Africa, because of the consistency and the size of people that come in here. We have people from Japan, from India, from China, from all over Africa. Even before COVID, before Ebola, the large population was a lot larger than this. But we know the state of the economy. And that's why this year we are very, very understanding as SCCI. Nobody had paid a kobo to come in this year as somebody wanted to patronize the trade fair. They didn't pay anything at all. Those that paid are the exhibitors, and they paid exactly what they paid last year, all to ensure that they have a chance to also exhibit, considering that the economy is not smiling on everybody. You can imagine how we can do that with the costs we now have around us. Our costs have been up by about 50, 60, 7% in some areas. And yet we have not charged those who are coming in to look and buy. We have not charged those who were here last year, this year, more than what they paid last year. It can only take the ingenuity of SCCI people to do a thing like that. The triumphant combination of the proceedings and commercial engagements that occupied the past 9 days at this Lagos International Trade Fair is due to the glory of God. We have reached the point where we can finally say goodbye to this magnificent annual occasion. And this is the last occasion under my watch as president. Next year, that gentleman, that pastor, that bishop, the hosa will be here. Will be here. And inshallah, I'll be sitting somewhere there. See him perform gloriously. It shall be well with you, my brother. We are profoundly grateful to Almighty God for granting us the opportunity to witness this momentous occasion and for the fair's success. Good weather, security, no challenge, no attack, no problem. When it rained in the night after we have finished here. Because we are prayerful people at SCCI. At every meeting, we pray seriously to ensure that this fair is successful. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by. You are God by giving to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by. Thank you very much. I would like to thank His Excellency, our own President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We all know at that time they are all busy in Abuja doing the retreat, where he charged all members of ESCO that they must deliver. They deliver or they go. And to me, that is my president. Thank you. In the sense that he has shown that he will be there to monitor performance. It's not a president that will appoint you and go and sit and be watching. No, he won't watch. He will be seeing what we are doing. And that's the hope of all of us, that a new Nigeria is coming up very soon. God helping us. He couldn't come, and all the ministers were all at the retreat, but he sent a good representative here who declared the fair opened on the 3rd of this month. I also express appreciation to the CEO and management of TBS for their support, for their cooperation. So far, they have been wonderful. In the past, we used to have issues with them, but this year it's been seamless. Can you please, let's put up for TBS. So when I saw Alhaji Lai Mohammed in the office of the new CEO of TBS, he was there on that day for the opening. I knew that the people who are there will do a good job, because I know we can easily get to talk to them. Unlike in the past, it was a challenge getting them to do anything when things are not right. But with the new lady who is there, she's very humble, she's very simple, and we are very confident that, that going further, we have a good place we can use in the interim. But the beauty is that your chamber, SCCI, working with Lagos State government, we are trying to have the first convention and exhibition center in Nigeria. Please clap. Thank you. Lagos State government had given us a piece of land, Lekki, near the new airport. And we are now at the stage of pressing the CFO for that piece of land. I want to thank my Bode Agoro. Oh, Mr. Governor, yeah, Governor now, sorry. Yeah? So he was the one, he was in lands. before he moved to be head of service. He started the whole process. We've gotten the survey done from the Office of Surveyor General. It's been passed to his office before he left. And last 3 weeks, I led the delegation to meet the new PS Lands, who's another Lagos person from Ikorodu, and we had a wonderful time and submitted a paper for the CFO to be processed. Once that is ready, we'll move to site and start some work, at least to take ownership. But I want to tell you that all people are asking for now is evidence of title for us, for the financiers who want to support that project to come up to start work with us. So I want to beg my dear brother and friend, whatever I can still do as head of service, please put your feet, please help us to put some pressure on your former office so we can get the CFO pushed over to Mr. Governor for his endorsement quickly so we can take possession of that piece of land. We were given 3 areas before, but we went to inspect. We were not happy with those 3 areas. We discovered another place there, which we told them, and good enough, they agreed. Lagos State, they mean business. Lagos State is open for business. The governor himself was quite happy. He said, yes, Egbo, we need a convention center in Lagos. We don't have anyone, not even West Africa. So when we'll have it, Ghana, all of them, we're coming here for major exhibitions. That will be another big project, another big asset for Lagos State that will stand Lagos ahead of others. I would like to continue to start to thank Lagos State for what they have been doing and for creating good environment for our business people to thrive. The government agencies, too, they have done very well. They have provided useful and important services. We facilitated the staging of this year's trade fair. We especially thank the military, the police, traffic control agencies, and all the paramilitary formations that supported the hosting of this fair. Before I go, I have just 2 minutes to go. Let me have the board chairman and all his members to please come out here, please, to be acknowledged. Board chairman, Ejila Kukului, if you're around, and all your board members. You should know those who are behind working in this circumstance to do a good job. Please clap for that as they come up, please. There are a lot more than this. Many are on the field, making sure that things are doing well. So we have my Aburo and my Ano here, Prince Kunle Adibowale. He's here. Please clap for him. We have Alaji Giwa, also from Lagos. He's there too. This is the boss, Engineer Kukului. We have Maburo here, the daughter of our past president, Chief Onafoko Owen. But she's Mrs. Obadino. She's Onafoko Obadino. Thank you, sir. Eh? He's a receptive daddy. Thank you, sir. So Maburo here is a Rotarian, but Engineer Bashir. Yeah. Then we have here Otumba Aki Olugbade is here too. We have another lady among them, our Director General, Dr. Mrs. Chiyere Almona, FCA. Thank you very much, yes. Thank you, sir. You can go, thank you. On that note, I want to thank all of you for your support to be here today. And my prayer is that next year we shall be here. Say amen. Another 10 years we'll be alive to be here. I know when they hear alive, they will say amen now. Another 20 years we'll be alive to be here. And if God tarries, another 30 years, you'll be here in good health. There you go, from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the address by the president of the LCCI, Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON. Please clap if you want to clap. It's a good time to clap. Thank you very much. I was going to wait for him to return to his seat before I ask if I should come for singing lessons. Earlier on, while I was running through the list of protocol, I actually recognized the chairman of the Lagos State chapter of the APC. However, he wasn't in at the time. I'm duly informed that he's on seat. And so please, ladies and gentlemen, you've been an amazing bunch. Please put your hands together and help me recognize the chairman of the Lagos State chapter of the APC, Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Goodwill messages are not just a testament of solidarity, but they are also an attestation to how you are doing well. If you are in a gathering and someone says, oh, I have a goodwill message, it means that we've been watching you, we see what you are doing, and we're proud of you. So this morning, I'd like to bring up stage for the first goodwill message from the First Lady of the Lagos State, Our Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Claudina Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, who is ably represented by Mrs. Bukola Akoshile. Please, a round of, we are clapping for the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bukola Taiwo Akoshile. I'm here to represent Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Head of Service, Lagos State, Mr. Olabode Aguru, the Chairman House of Committee of Commerce, Corporation, Trade and Investment, Honorable Abiodun Tobun, and other members of House of Assembly here present, the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperative, Trade, Investment, Honorable Folashade Ambrose, and other executive members here present. The body of Permanent Secretary, especially Mrs. Adetutu Oluremi Oshosanya, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperative, Trade and Investment. The Royal Father Oba of Lagos, Oba Ridwan Akiolu, represented by the White Cap Chiefs. The President Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Asiwaju, Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, I'm sorry about that, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Adebola Olawale Cole. APC Chairman, Lagos State, Honorable Chief Ojelabi, other distinguished members of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry here present, top government functions, distinguished invested guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be here at the Lagos Day segment of the closing ceremony of the 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair. The event has been a celebration of innovation, entrepreneurship, and the vibrant spirit of Lagos. I want to commend all the participants, exhibitors, and organizers for their hard work and dedication in making this trade fair a huge success. The diversity of industry represented here is a testament to the economic growth and potential of Lagos State. The theme for this year's fair, Navigating Economic Challenge for Forging a Path to Prosperity, has been exemplified throughout this fair by our local business and entrepreneurs who have shown incredible resilience and adaptability. In order to forge a path to prosperity, we must embrace innovation, invest in our people, and create an environment where business can thrive. Lagos State is committed to supporting our local businesses and attracting investments that will drive our economic forward. We are focused on making it easier to do business in Lagos, providing access to finance and fostering an environment that encourages entrepreneurship and growth. We understand the importance of sustainable development, and we are dedicated to protecting our environment and ensuring inclusive growth for all. Throughout this fair, we have witnessed the power of collaboration and the strength of our local business, from fashion and technology to agriculture and manufacturing. Lagos has shown its ability to compete on a global scale. I would like to express my gratitude to all international partners who have joined us in this journey. Your presence here has not only strengthened our economic ties, but also fostered cultural exchange and understanding. As we close this trade fair, let us remember that our work does not end here. It is our collective responsibility to continue investing in our local businesses, supporting entrepreneurship, and creating an enabling environment for growth and prosperity. I urge all stakeholders, both public and private, to sustain the momentum generated by this trade fair. Let us continue to explore new opportunities, build partnerships, and promote Lagos State as a premier destination for trade and investment. Once again, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to everyone who has contributed to the success of the 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair, particularly the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as well as Lagos State Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Cooperative and Investment. Together, let us build a brighter future for Lagos and its people. Thank you all. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni o. Dr. Mrs. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, the First Lady of Lagos State. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please keep clapping she gets to her seat. We honor you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I'd also like to invite for another goodwill message the Chairman House Committee on Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Honorable Abiodun Tobun. Please put your hands together as he makes his way to the podium for his goodwill message. Keep clapping. We honor people here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, we want to thank God for giving us today. I want to greet the governor of Lagos State, ably represented by the head of service. Then I greet the president of the LCCI, my party leader, my party chairman, I greet you. I greet the royals, the white cap chiefs. You are most welcome. I greet all the board members, the permanent secretaries, the captain of industry, for making today a memorable one. I bring a goodwill message, a good tidings from the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly and members. We appreciate what you are doing in SCC High, and we want to congratulate you for the successful outing. We equally congratulate Lagos State governments for being a very good partner in making Lagos work. We are aware that this beautiful platform, created over decades, has been so useful for entrepreneurs to develop, extend ideas, and showcase their business. We want to congratulate everybody, and we want to urge you to put in more effort. From our own hand, in Lagos State House of Assembly, we shall be ready to support, to collaborate, and put in enabling law to encourage in area of infrastructure development, security, and ease of doing business. We are ready to collaborate with you, and we shall be ready to do it at any time. Mr. Speaker said I should greet you all. I should congratulate you, and I should wish you well. As we wind off today, we hope next year will be more beautiful than this. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. While this was going on, I am duly informed that we have another special guest in the house. So please permit me to recognize the presence of Honorable Tolani Akibu Sule, the Honorable Commissioner for Tertiary Institutions, Lagos State. Please, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome, sir. It's time to take a goodwill message from the President of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture, NASIMA. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, as I bring to the podium Otumba Dele Oye, Esquire, the President of NASIMA. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you. The Governor of Lagos State, ably represented by the Head of Service, Chief Olabode Agoro, the Chair of the APC, representative of the First Lady. I want to also, very importantly, recognize the Chair of the Board of Trustees for LCCI, Chief Odemi, and the members of the Board of Trustees. I want to also, very importantly, recognize Chief Onofowokon. I would say that Chief Onofowokon was my opponent in the last election to NASIMA's presidency. But Chief has been very warm to me, even during the elections. And I want to sincerely thank you, sir, for your friendship. Now to my very good friend, Chief Asiwaju Cole. I want to sincerely thank you for the invitation, and I also want to congratulate you. It's not easy to begin a journey, but you are ending very well. You have been able to sustain the momentum, and I hope, Chief Idausa, you are watching, because we are going to hold you accountable if the momentum is not sustained. I also acknowledge, because I don't want to repeat all the protocols, our royal fathers. We are very grateful, God, for all you do for us and for the peace you have been able to sustain the land. I would like to start on the exit protocols and to just say, first of all, that LCCI gave birth to Nasima in 1960. And coming home to your mother, there's no greater pleasure when we come to Lagos. And we're very grateful for your continuing to tolerate us, and most importantly, for leadership you provide. The size of this trade fair is still one of the best, if not the best. It's the hallmark of everything about commerce in Nigeria. It shows the excellence have been sustained, and we at Nasima continue to learn from Lagos. Because Lagos now, like I said yesterday, you have also borrowed us, your son, to be the president of Nigeria. And we sincerely look forward to having 36 Lagos all over the country, including the FCT, so that we all too can benefit from a center of excellence in every nook and cranny of Nigeria. And that is certainly our hope, and we don't expect anything less from Lagos, because your excellence, you have borrowed us in leadership, we tend to sustain it. I want to say also very important that NASIMA is the umbrella body for all chambers of commerce in Nigeria. We are 70 city and state chambers under NASIMA. And we also have another 17 bilateral chambers of commerce and several major companies under NASIMA. NASIMA is the largest business in Nigeria. I have from Dangote to some of the list as my members. The main job what NASIMA does is for your products to leave Nigeria. NASIMA issues certificate of origin for the goods to go out. Then NASIMA also is also responsible for bringing the industry to the market. And this we do through events like this, through our members, when you organize trade fair. That is the first fundamental job of the Chamber of Commerce, to bring the industry to the market. And Lagos has been a leader, has always led by example. In fact, like I said, is the hallmark of all we do. And that is why I have to be here today. I've deliberately come here. I did not wear my agbada because when I leave here, I'm going to another Lagos event, the fashion show. I wanted to look a bit young so that the children there will not say, who is this old man walking around? So I look for the closest thing. I know if I wear agbada there, they might be worried, what is this Baba doing here? So I try to look like a student so that I can represent you. Very importantly, is the issue, where I'm going quietly, is the issue of where Lagos has stand for our youth and women. Creativity. Lagos, a lot is happening in that space. Anytime you wear local clothes, it affects a young person and a woman. And you can imagine the impact what creativity can do. And I think Lagos has no business collecting money from land. You have enough resources in that space of creativity. I already mentioned in one of my speech during the LCCI business investment that if Lagos concentrate in declaring some aspects of the Lekki corridor as a tourism haven, fence it off like Miami Beach, and I have the formula to bring the money that can catalyze whatever investment you need. And we are ready to partner with LCCI and the state government so that now also that we're also at the center, we can also make Abuja to sing the same. If there's any legacy that should be left for Lagos, that should be the main legacy. It will change the ecosystem. It will change Nigeria. Just imagine how many youths, women, all of us that will be employed there. So that when you are entering that tourism zone, it's as if you are leaving Nigeria. You just enter there instead of the internal tourism itself. We all used to go to Calabar for Christmas. Lagos has much more, 100 Calabars in one city. So this is very important. And if there is any legacy we tend to create, we should focus on our tourism potentials and also fintech. You have seen what our youth are doing. the show they are having there today, I can tell you, I was there when I left yesterday. It is world class. I sent some of the videos to Canada, and they are begging to be part of it. That it's even better than what they do in New York and Canada. It's already happening in Lagos. So we should not hold down our potentials. We have to find a way to work together. And you don't need to spend, from my background in banking, you only need 10% to catalyze the 90%. And once you pull that with policy, we as businesses, we all rush there and take advantage of the opportunity, and we'll have an ecosystem where those youths, instead of jackpot, you'll be having reverse jackpot. People will be coming back to Nigeria because of the opportunities that Lagos has provided for us. So on this again, I want to sincerely congratulate Lagos Chamber again for the opportunity to be part of this, and also for Nasima to also learn from your wealth of experience. I will not end without mentioning my friend, Engineer Kupolui. Each time I come here, he's wearing a t-shirt. Every trade fair I come here, I want to salute you. I sent him for a meeting one day to represent me. The way he spoke, they made him chairman immediately at the meeting. And I was very proud. So I also want to thank your DG. You have a tireless DG who works day and night, and she's just behind the scene, working very hard. And I also finally, I want to thank Asiwaju and Madam, your wife too. I have to thank her for borrowing us anytime we need you. But now I'm going to be borrowing him more in Abuja. And you know he's our national vice president. Please tolerate me. I only have another 1 year and 6 months. Then I will return him to you. But I know other people will borrow after that. So just get ready for everything. Sincerely, I want to thank all of us, and especially members of the Executive Committee of Lagos Chamber, for what you are doing, and we are grateful for the support you are also providing to Nasima. Thank you very much.
That was the president of Nasima with his goodwill message. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to recognize some Lagos State government officials that are in-house today. Please put your hands together as I recognize the presence of the Managing Director, Lekki Worldwide Investment Limited, Dr. Tunde Shodade. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. I'd like to also recognize the General Manager of Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, Mr. Afolabi Sholebo. The Provost, Lagos State Cooperative College, LASCOCO, Mr. Akorede Ojomu. And the Deputy Managing Director, Lekki Free Trade. Hello? Okay, thank you. The Deputy Managing Director, Lekki Free Zone Development Company, Mrs. Bolatito Ajibode. Ajibode. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, I would be welcoming to the podium for a presentation. So please put your hands together as I bring to the podium Dr. Tunde Shodade, the Managing Director, Lekki Worldwide Investments Limited, for his presentation.
Apologies for the technical delays. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Head of Service, and Dr. Mrs. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Mrs. Akosile. I've been told to be brief and from this point on to seek your permission to rest on the well-established protocol. So my name is Tunde Shodade, and I've come to present to you and talk to you about the Lekki Free Zone and its investment opportunities. The Lekki Free Zone is being looked after by Lekki Worldwide Investments Limited, which is the organization that I lead, and we are under the directives and direction of the Lagos State Ministry of Commerce, Industries, Trades, and Investment. Our mandate as a special purpose vehicle is set up by the Lagos State government to facilitate, oversee, and promote the development and operations of the Lekki Free Zone. It was incorporated in 2006, and it is intended to be an interface of the relationships with economically viable investors that will help accelerate the transformation of Lagos into a mega city. As of today, we can say very boldly that Lekki Free Zone is becoming a melting pot for manufacturing, trade, real estate, hospitality, leisure. Our vision is to be the preferred investment destination in Africa. And some of the response that we're getting suggests that this is being achieved. Our core objectives rest on four legs. We want to boost local employment opportunities through the skills development and empowering of the youth, infrastructure development, especially in the eastern axis of Lagos, developing power potential, water, and the roads, fostering innovation and growth of the local economy through research and development, entrepreneurship, and increasing export volumes through improving our balance of trade, strengthening of our currency, and attracting foreign investments. So here's a map of what currently exists at the Lekki Free Zone. It is, for convenience of administration, divided into 4 quadrants. I'll start with the southwest quadrant, which houses the Lekki Free Zone Development Corporation, 3,000 hectares, which is being developed through a PPP arrangement with a consortium of Chinese investors. In the southeast quadrant, we have the Dangote Group, the Lagos Free Zone, the Lekki Port. These are all organizations that are at various stages of development and various stages of operations. In the northwest quadrant, we have the Alaro City, and of course, the newly proposed land that has been allocated to the LCCI for the Convention Center. I must again acknowledge the efforts of Mr. Governor and coincidentally today, Mr. Bode Agoro, who was in charge of lands at the time this was achieved. Thank you very much, sirs. Also in the northwest quadrant, there is a proposed airport development, which will serve as a second airport that will serve the metropolis of Lagos. The northeast quadrant, as we know it today, is currently not inhabited because of challenges of access. But we do know that the more we go further into the northwest quadrant, the access to the northeast will be achieved. So here's a little summary of what I just said, just for information. The only thing to add here is that in the southwest quadrant, where we have the Chinese development, there are over 70 companies already within there operating at different levels, and we have current investment values that is over $8 billion. Here is an aerial view of the southwest quadrant. The key facilities that are there that have been developed by the Lagos State government in partnership with the Chinese investors. Those that are familiar with the area would have seen this iconic structure, which is at the end of the day going to house the commercial complex for the southwest sector. In this office complex, you are going to have Nigerian Customs, Nigerian Immigration, and a lot of federal government, NEBSA, a lot of agencies and institutions of government also housed there as a one-stop shop. Another notable investment that I have to bring to your mind, and by the way, every piece of investment that is being highlighted today should be seen as an opportunity, a business opportunity for all of us. Because there is an opportunity for many of us to plug into the value chain of many of these businesses, and I hope that as I go along, I'll demonstrate that sufficiently. So we have what I can consider to be, I think there are just about 2 or 3 of them in this country, but they're very, very important. It's called an SPM, a single point mooring system. A company called Pinnacle Oil and Gas, located in the southeastern quadrant, has developed this. So far, in their phase 1, they have invested over $300 million. And what this facility affords them to do is to actually save a lot of money, because what happens typically in Nigeria is that when petroleum products are being brought in, when petroleum products are being brought in to the country, because of the small size of the current port facilities, there's a lot of transshipment that occurs offshore on the high seas. During this period, the companies that bring in these products, they suffer spillage losses, they suffer losses from pilferage, stealing, and they also have demurrage costs to contend with. But with an SPM, it is very, very easy for them to, first of all, reduce the amount of time required to offload a ship by up to 3 days. Send it in, avoid the spillages, and by the time you compound the savings, you're looking at over 1 billion per year from all of these waste savings. So hopefully, with this facility, we will begin to see more and more reduction in our petroleum costs. Also, I thought I should showcase a Nigerian facility business that is already in the southwest quadrant, Loving Home. They manufacture chairs. They also do a lot of sewing, garment, and fabrication. In the northwest quadrant, we have Alaro City. I talked about that earlier on. They are relatively new, and they are developing up to 1,000 hectares of land. It's a joint venture again with the Lagos State government, and their business focus is logistics, warehousing, commercial, residential real estate, schools, healthcare, hotels, entertainment, parks and recreation. It's going to be mixed, and also power, water, sewage, and road network construction is actually ongoing there. Today, we estimate that the current investment so far is about $2 billion. Here's the aerial view of Alaro. And here's here's actually their current master plan, which is being implemented on the ground. The BUA group are already there, as are also significant groups that are providing employment both to locals and Nigerians. The proposed Lekki International Airport has been approved by the federal government and is receiving planning and financing attention from the Lagos State government. It is in the northwest axis, just across the road from Alaro City, and very, very close to LCCI proposed site. One of the requirements of LCCI was that they wanted to be very close to the airport at the time, and I'm very, very happy and grateful that this request was granted. A lot of meetings and a lot of struggle, but they managed to get what they wanted. Well done, Mr. President and Vice President. The airport will create a modern and efficient gateway to Lagos State and Nigeria, and it is projected to eventually handle close to 5 million passengers per annum. The northeast quadrant, which I told you is currently not inhabited, is about 5,000 hectares available for investment opportunities, commercial, logistics, tourism, hospitality, real estate, entertainment, information technology. We have a lot of organizations, both international and local. We've engaged them over the years. Sometimes when you're looking at these mega investments, your discussions can go on for 1, 2, 3 years. That's usual in this field. So in the southeast quadrant, we have the Dangote Refinery, Lagos Free Zone, Lekki Deep Sea Port, and proposed Lekki Free Zone College, which is a college that we are sponsoring through the Lagos State government to train our youth in more contemporary and modern technical abilities. Now, one of the things that I want to point out here, and I would like to crave everybody's attention because this is very, very important at this point. The Lekki Deep Sea Port. The last time I spoke here about the opportunities at the Lekki Free Zone, the Lekki Deep Sea Port had not been completed. And I remember standing here and saying that the Lekki Deep Sea Port is real, it will be done, it will be completed, and it will be operational. Well, I'm glad to let you all know that this has all come to pass. The Lekki Deep Sea Port is now operational, and we know that although we have a handful of ships that have berthed there, most of what we're waiting for things to balloon to its potential has to do with our surrounding infrastructure, which is receiving the attention of the Lagos State government as we speak. Now, another thing that I want to say to those, especially those that keep asking where the business opportunities are, is to point out to them that all the business that currently resides in the marine industry in Apapa and Tinkan Island, all the marine support services are coming there. There's no, I mean, it's a no-brainer. And these businesses offer fantastic opportunities, especially in the area of logistics, warehousing, and general marine services. So I want to recommend that no matter how little it is, for those that are here to bother to actually challenge themselves. We did an exercise recently and we were able to identify 13 categories of very, very viable and lucrative businesses occurring in Apapa right now, and all of those businesses are linked to the marine industry. The ocean economy is a very, very big economy, and it's not surprising that today's new government of Asiwaju Tinubu has actually carved out a ministry to look after that. So I want to recommend this to all of us to take some time and think about and look at. There are a lot of opportunities in this area. So we all know about the Dangote refinery, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but it's built on about over 2,500 hectares, the largest refinery in the world, single train refinery, investment sum of close to $3 billion, and we are very, very close, according to the company, to operations. That in itself, I can tell you that the other parts of Lekki Free Zone has actually found accelerated development from oil and gas service companies simply because they want to be close to this refinery. The Lekki Deep Sea Port I talked about, so far about $1.5 billion has been expended. That's phase one. And the land area consists of 90 hectares, making it the first seaport in Nigeria and the deepest seaport in West Africa. This is a big, big deal because apart from being able to handle bigger vessels, Lekki is certainly or has already become a transshipment center for ships that are coming to West Africa. So it's unfortunate that we have to go through a lot of pain in order to realize the full potential of some of these investments, but that is the way nature goes. There's a lot of pain before anybody gains anything that's sustainable. So I want us to look at the ocean economy. I want us to look at the oil and gas economy. And I'm going to show you some other companies that are there. Anything that has to do with the value chain in which this industry or any of the industries that are already there operates are sufficient opportunities for all of us to consider. Kellogg, the cornflakes people, have built the largest single Kellogg's factory outside of the US in the Lekki Free Zone area. That's a big deal. In the Lagos Free Zone, we have Power Oil, we have Colgate as well. These are big companies that provide tremendous opportunities for those that actually bother to sit down and ask. So I talked about the technical college. This is going to be a relatively big project. It's going to be a college like no one, and I don't want to sound like Mr. Trump now, but the truth is that it's going to be a college like no one has ever seen in Africa, because we've been doing a lot of work and we realize that with the kind of and the sophistication of the companies that are coming there, we are the first to admit that the technical schools that we have are not adequately resourced. It is just simple. A lot of the companies that are coming to that area are further on in the future than we are. But it's such an excellent opportunity for us to take a leap into the future. So again, if anybody in the audience is in this industry, the knowledge or technical industry, we're very happy to discuss and share more information with them. So here's just a sample. It's not an exhaustive list, but you can see a sample of the companies that are already in operation in the area or that are very close to operation. Even when they're not in operation and they're just being constructed, there are huge opportunities for serious-minded businessmen to tap into. So the summary is that there are opportunities in the manufacturing, municipality and utility services sector, trade and logistics, real estate. All the people that are going to work in this area, they must live somewhere. And the closer they are to the area, the better. Even the employers in the area would like to have their staff living close by. Information technology, finance and insurance, education we talked about, marine services, huge, and oil and gas. So these are the key sectors that we immediately see can give returns. I thank you all very much for your kind and rapt attention. And I'd like to also, again, remind you that Lekki Worldwide Investments Limited was set up specifically to interface with people like yourself, the private sector, the investor, the contractor, those that want to have anything to do with the development of the Lekki Free Zone. I thank you and I wish you all very well.
Thank you so much, sir. It is very expedient for me to ask a very important question at this point. How are you all doing? Thank you very much for that response. At least it's easy for me to stand here and say, oh, ladies and gentlemen, please, I crave your indulgence. Please clap for this person. Please recognize that person. I need to also ask you, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for presentation of awards. And would like to start with the award for the Governor of Lagos State. Please, Mr. Sunday, could you? Thank you. Shall I proceed, please? All right. We'd like to present the first award to Lagos State Governor. And to do that, I'd like to please give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. There's been a slight change in the order of events. And so I'd like for you to please put your hands together because we're not doing the presentation of our awards right now. What we are doing is we're inviting to the podium the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is represented Hello, thank you. It's good now. All right, I'd like for us to please put our hands together as I bring to the podium the Governor of Lagos State, the special guest of honor, for his keynote address. Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu is represented by the Head of Service of Lagos State, Mr. Bode Agoro. Your Excellency, sir.
Her Excellency, the First Lady of Lagos State, Dr. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Mrs. Taiwo Akoshile. The Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Rilwan Oshuolale Aremu Babatunde Akiolu, Eko, ably represented by the Opeluwa Onido of Lagos, Chief LITF Ajose, and the other white cap chiefs. The chairman of the House Committee on Commerce, Cooperative, Trade and Investment, Honorable Abiodun Tobun. Members of the State Executive Council here present, particularly the Honorable Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Honorable Tolani Sule Akibu. The greatest body of permanent secretaries in Nigeria here present. Particularly the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperative, Trade and Industry, Mrs. Adetutu Oshosonya, FCA. The chairman of our party, the All Progressive Congress Party, Pastor Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. It's 2 days in a row I'm sitting next to you. I will look for your location tomorrow to make it 3, so that the blessing will be complete. The President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON. The Deputy President, Lagos State Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Not Olumen. I hope I got that pronunciation right. All the past presidents and past vice presidents here present, Board of Trustees, the Chairman, Chief John Odeyemi, the President, Nasima Otumba Deleoye Esquire, top functionaries and heads of ministerial agencies here present, the Aoloja General, Chief Mrs. Folashade Ojo, ably represented by Iyaoja of Shongotedo Itiosa East, Chief Mrs. Idayat Oladejo. Distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. This is the keynote address by Mr. Governor. Indeed, it is a great pleasure for me to be here at the celebration of the Lagos State Day, which also marks the formal closing of this year's Lagos International Trade Fair, the 37th edition. I welcome you all to this occasion, which presents us with yet another unique opportunity to showcase our state and the many opportunities available for both local and foreign investors. Let me start by applauding the past and current leadership of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, most especially Asiwaju Dr. Olawale Cole, CON, for sustaining this annual fair, which has continued to attract the interest of local and foreign entrepreneurs and investors to showcase their products and services. I am particularly excited with the theme of this fair, navigating economic challenges, forging a path to prosperity. I cannot agree less with the intent and purpose of the theme. Given the prevailing economic challenges, all efforts must be geared towards supporting the business to grow, towards supporting businesses to grow. Because when businesses thrive, jobs are created and standards of living is enhanced and prosperity is guaranteed. As an annual tradition, the celebration of the Lagos State Day provides yet another opportunity for us to bring the business community and critical stakeholders up to speed with our journey towards building a business environment that supports entrepreneurship and productivity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when our administration took off more than 4 years ago, we understood the enormity of leading a state that has already attained the enviable position of the 5th largest economy in Africa. The nation's industrial, commercial, and economic capital, a burgeoning megacity with about 20 million people, 20 million vibrant people, and also a state with peculiar challenges. We are aware of the challenges of benchmarking the state against leading business capitals of the world and positioning her as a global megacity and a prime investment destination. With the Themes Development Agenda, now rechristened Themes Plus Agenda, our administration rose to the occasion and we are confronted with the challenges of infrastructure and others frontally because we understand how important they are to achieving the major responsibility of government, which is facilitating a friendly environment for living and ease of doing businesses. As a testament to our commitment, my administration has supported over 12,710 micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, to access over 8.4 billion naira loan through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. I believe Lagos State deserves an applause for that. We have also provided the much needed support to explore particular measures towards improving their production process, giving cognizance to local content in order to maximize profits. We have been building the capacities of MSMEs through various trainings and brand packaging, digital marketing skills, and others. At the same time, we have been promoting locally made products by facilitating access to markets for entrepreneurs. For instance, the state continues to organize MSMEs exclusive trade fair and exhibition, among several other efforts, to expose the products of MSMEs and assist them in gaining more access into local and regional markets. We have sustained engagements with critical stakeholders through the hosting of the Lagos Corporate Assembly, quarterly meetings of the Lagos State Council on MSME, and others, all of which continue to serve as a springboard for new ideas and inputs into policy initiation and development of our administration. In the area of infrastructure, our administration has made and is still making huge investments in road construction, building of integrated, intermodal, multimodal transportation systems, like the Blue Rail, the Red Line, laying of infrastructure, 3,000 kilometers of metropolitan fiber optic cable network across the state to ensure reliable and fast internet connectivity, both in our homes and workplace, to aid operation and promote socio-economic development, including other initiatives that will alleviate poverty, reduce youth unemployment, induce human capital development, and improve the social welfare of the people. All of these are targeted towards creating a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Earlier in the year, the State Technical Working Group on Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, AFCFTA, was inaugurated to strategically position Lagos to optimize the huge benefit of AFCFTA beholds for Africa, such as deepening economic integration and prosperity, promoting and attaining sustainable and inclusive socio-economic development, gender equality, and structural transformation across the continent. As the trade fair formally comes to an end today, I must commend the exceptional willpower of all the participants, especially the MSMEs, whose continuous participation at the annual exposition remains unwavering, despite the prevailing harsh business environment. Indeed, I am sure you must have connected with other businesses and gained new customers and linked up with new markets. I want to assure members of the Lagos business community that this administration is committed to improving the business environment towards making it more attractive for investment. We shall continue to place high priority on provision of key infrastructure that will make our state safer, more secure, functional, and productive as an impetus towards achieving a sustainable economic growth, while leveraging on a highly motivated and vibrant private sector participation. On behalf of the good people of Lagos, I thank you all for exploring the splendid aesthetics and warm hospitality we have offered over the past 10 days at this fair. I believe you have availed yourself of the immense opportunity accruable from doing business in Lagos State. Nigeria's prime investment industrial hub, and Africa's growing center of excellence. I look forward to seeing you all again at the next edition of the Lagos International Trade Fair, when given the opportunity and commitment and determination of our dear President, His Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, our economy will take a positive turn around on sustainable basis. Regarding the CFO for the LCCI, we promise to fast track it and it shall be made available as soon as possible. We shall finish the work, sir. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure and honor to declare the 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair closed. I thank you for listening. Please sit down, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for that keynote address. Mr. Olabode Agoro is the head of service, Lagos State, is powerfully representing the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Thank you, sir, for that address. All right, very quickly, I would like to invite upstage for the presentation of our award for Lagos State Governor. And the award is to be presented by the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Asiwaju Dr. Olawale Cole. Please put your hands together. I'd like to invite also the Chairman, Board of Trustees of the LCCI, Chief John Odeyemi, MFR. Can I have Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA, the Deputy President of LCCI, and Mr. Knut Uvmoed, MFR, upstage for this presentation. Please join me as I invite Nasima President Otumba Deleoye Esquire. Is Otumba in the house? All right. And then I would also like to have the APC Chairman, Lagos State, Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi, upstage for this presentation. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we honor people at LCC High. A round of applause. Thank you very much.
I think you have one more person this side.
I think maybe President. So that I can collect the CFO from you. I'm going to thank you.
It would be better here. Let him be here. But yeah, we can spread out. We can spread out. Okay.
Make up your mind.
With the announcement that closed the governor's address, my dear governor said he would do his best to ensure that our CFO is ready very shortly. Can you please clap for our governor? I'm also very proud. Where's the Dodoshodade? Has he gone? Dodoshodade? Please, come and be here, please. Yeah, prepare, please be here with us. It showed all the site, the area where the place will be. So it's a very important person. Then Commissioner for Tertiary, well, we are being challenged that there is no lady among us. Can we invite the First Lady Representative, please. And the PS. Okay, right. Thank you, ma'am. We have, in Lagos, we have always been privileged to have outstanding governors. We are lucky in Lagos. We have always been having outstanding governors. This current governor, like our president, Kábíyèsí, excuse me, Kábíyèsí, please, ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Please come and join us. Come and join us. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni ilẹ̀ tó fẹ́ fún wa yìí náà. Wọ́n lè gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé o. Ọmọ onílẹ̀ nìyẹn o. This is Lagos. Clap for Lagos. We thank God for Lagos. We are made specially. We thank God for Lagos. On behalf of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it is my pleasure and privilege to hand over this flag to a very outstanding governor of Lagos State. My dear brother and his wife, I respect them to a very, very massive extent because they are reliable, they are both dependable, and they are very, very hardworking. I'm very impressed with Madam. Please tell my sister, I respect her for her humility. She's a very outstandingly humble first wife of a governor. She's very simple, very, very unassuming, and I love her for that. So please pass my word to Mr. Governor and to Her Excellency. My dear head of service, you are our governor here. So we'll pass this over to you to please pass over to Lagos State. I want to thank Lagos State once again for their support to the trade fair and in fact, for their support for the project. I will recollect when I led delegation to the governor about 2 years ago, just as soon as I came in. I told the governor there's a letter here already for his approval. He called everybody, said, go and get that letter anywhere it is. I want to sign it. And to the glory of God, the governor gave me that letter within 2 weeks after I visited him. Thank God when I went there, I went with people that are also Lagos. I went with the former Deputy Governor of Lagos, Her Excellency Shoson. She was there. I also went with Ayo Gbeleyi, who was Finance Commissioner for Tinubu. He was there, and I was there. So the three of us have served Lagos State before. And he said, since you are here, in fact, we were the main topic of that day. He said that document must be out. And now we are happy, we have the survey. Now we are waiting for the CFO. So tell Mr. Governor, he's a fantastic governor. We love him. Thank you very much. Oh,
Congratulations. Make sure that's your vote.
No,
Make sure that's your vote.
a delegation from the 70 chambers will go and ask you.
Thank you very much. Are we done? Yes.
Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. Please, can I request that the President, Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, please remain on stage. Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, please remain on stage. Mr. Kunut Umoen, please remain on stage. Chief John Odeyemisa, please remain on stage. Engineer Leye Kukoluyi, please remain on stage. So for the next set of awards, please, I would like to call all these LITF supporters and partners. So I'll call in quick succession so that we can get this on the way quickly. Dangote Industries Limited, representative of Dangote Industries Limited, please come up for the award. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay, Dangote is already off stage. All right. Yeah. New Home Distribution Africa Limited, makers of Scam Frost.
Please, may I invite all our past presidents here to please join us. Our past presidents here.
Past presidents, please.
These are the people who have made today to be possible. If there's no past, there will be present, and there'll be no future. Thank you, sir. Let me even request my sister to help me present this.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Council, members of the Chamber, we really, really sincerely appreciate Dangote Industries that has for many, 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 many years supported LCCI and has been an exhibitor of at all of our trade fairs. We thank you very much. Please give our regards and thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, are we done with our photos?
Another one is coming. Another one.
All right. One Data. Representatives of One Data, please come up very quickly for the awards. A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. One Data.
One Data, that's the name. Yeah. Since I took over the first trade fair, I invited personally our past presidents as co-host of the trade fair. And I do pray that my successor will continue with that practice so as to give them a sense of belonging. I'm the host, but they also co-host because they have passed through this way before. May I please request KBC Onafoko to help me please present this to this gentleman.
On behalf of the President of the SCCI and the distinguished members of the DCCI, this is a presentation to you, One Data Nigeria, in appreciation of the success of 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair, which you participated in and you made success of it. God bless you.
Can I have the representative of New Home Distribution, makers of Scan Frost? Please come up very quickly. New Home Distribution. All right, Fedan Investment Limited. Can I have Fedan Investment Limited representatives? All right. As Fedan is coming, can the Federal Inland Revenue Service representative get ready?
So, Alaji Remi Bello, my fellow past district governor of Rotary District 9110. Huh? Give me 24. Of course, that's what I say.
My president, pardon me to stand on the existing protocol. On behalf of the president and the entire membership of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I present this award to Fedan Investment Limited in appreciation of your sponsorship support towards the success of 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair, held today between Friday, 3rd November 2023 at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos. Congratulations. We appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite for the next award, New Home Distribution Africa, the makers of Scan Frost. New Home Distribution
New
Africa
Homes.
Limited.
Are they here? Papa, I go, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. How are you? Yeah. Okay. It's okay, two of us. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Can the representatives of Money Point please come up, just come to the side so that we can do this quickly.
On behalf of the President, Council, and members of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I have the pleasure to present for your performance at Lagos International Trade Fair, Mrs. New Home Distribution, and in appreciation of your sponsorship support towards the success of 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, organized by SCCI, and for your interest and love for business development. This present
Thank you.
from the President today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Can I have Federal Inland Revenue Service representative on standby, please? The next award right now, after this, goes to Money Point. I hope they're here. Can I have Federal Inland Revenue Service representative on standby, please? Can I have National Pension Commission representative on standby? Yes. Seaway Food and Beverages, Nigerian company, please get ready.
On behalf of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, with our very good president here, we have to present this award for well done. Presented to Money Point in appreciation of your sponsorship support over the success of 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair. Thank you very much for your contribution, and this award is very well deserved, so thank you again. Wish you well.
The next award goes to Federal Inland Revenue Service. Can I have the representative of Federal Inland Revenue Service upstage?
Head of Service. Mr. Governor, sorry. Please come and help me here, please. Then my sister, please get ready. No, not now, after this.
Okay. Can we have Seaway Food and Beverages Nigerian Company? Please come up. Thank you very much. Right Foods, please be on standby. Right Foods. This is Seaway. Representatives of Right Food, please come to the front. Come to the right of the stage. St. Nicholas Hospital, please come to the right of the stage as well.
In appreciation of your sponsorship, support towards the success of the 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair, I hereby present this plaque to you, to the Seaway Group. Thank you very much.
The next award goes to Right Foods. Is St. Nicholas ready? Thank you very much. Can I have representatives of Airpeace Limited? Airpeace Limited. Please, if you're in here, please come to the right of the stage. Thank you.
In appreciation of your sponsorship support towards the success of the 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair, I hereby present this plaque to you, Right Foods Limited.
Her Excellency.
The next award is for St. Nicholas
St.
Hospital.
Nicholas Hospital. Oh, what a coincidence. It's a lady. That's the Holy Spirit guiding me.
in appreciation of your sponsorship support towards the success of 2023 Lagos International Trade Fair held on Friday, 3rd November 2023 at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos. I present to you this plaque. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That brings us to the end of the award presentation ceremony. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, what would be a good closing ceremony without some entertainment? Please put your hands together as we bring up the cultural troupe for their cultural display. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep clapping, keep clapping. I can't clap by myself. Thank you so much. While the award, please come up, just keep coming. While the award ceremony was going on, we had the pleasure of the presence of the MD, Tafawa Balewa Square, Miss Lucia Shitu. It's really nice to see you again, ma'am. She's in conversations with the president of the LCCI. Cultural troupe, please.
Ìtàmójúbà yìí aláwo, ilẹ̀kùn mójúbà rẹ̀ àjíṣí, ọ̀nà mójúbà rẹ̀ àtẹ̀pẹ́, àtàn mójúbà rẹ̀ àkósí. Ìtàmójúbà yìí aláwo, ilẹ̀kùn mójúbà rẹ̀ àjíṣí, ọ̀nà mójúbà rẹ̀ àtẹ̀pẹ́, àtàn mójúbà rẹ̀ àkósí. Bẹ́wẹ́ bá máa jẹ́ o, mo ṣe bá aláwo mójúbà àwọn àjùní lọ. Bẹ́wẹ́ bá máa jẹ́ o, mo ṣe bá aláwo mójúbà àwọn àjùní lọ. Ọ̀rẹ́ kó dá mi lóhùn, mo ṣe bá aláwo mójúbà àwọn àjùní lọ. Ọ̀rẹ́ kó dá mi lóhùn, mo ṣe bá aláwo mójúbà àwọn. Ọ̀mú wá ọmú èèmúyé, forí bẹ̀yìn o. Ọ̀mú wá ọmú èèmú o, kò forí bẹ̀yìn o. Ọ̀mú wá ọ̀jẹ̀ èjẹ̀ e, kò forí bẹ̀yìn o. Ọ̀mú wá ọ̀jẹ̀ èjẹ̀ e, kò forí bẹ̀yìn o. Káwo lẹ̀ ká kíbà o, ó yá ká kíbà o, káwo lẹ̀ ká kíbà, ó yá ká kíbà, lórí ìbà bẹ̀rẹ̀. Káwo lẹ̀ ká kíbà o, ó yá ká kíbà o, káwo lẹ̀ ká kíbà, ó yá ká kíbà, lórí ìbà o. Ọ̀rẹ́ ló lẹ́gbẹ́ o, ẹgbẹ́ wa ò ní bàjẹ́, àṣẹ lọ́wọ́ Èdùwà o. Ọ̀rẹ́ ló lẹ́gbẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ ló lẹ́gbẹ́ o, ẹgbẹ́ wa ò ní bàjẹ́, àṣẹ lọ́wọ́. Kúlùmbùdé oyin mọ́mọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ gorí òkun orin gèrè. Kúlùmbùdé oyin mọ́mọ́, kúlùmbùdé oyin mọ́mọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ gorí òkun orin gèrè. Kúlùmbùdé oyin mọ́mọ́, ọ̀lẹ̀rọ̀dọ̀ 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 mọ́ínmọ́ín eléwé ọ̀lẹ̀rọ̀dọ̀ ràmsáré wàrà o, ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wàrà o, ọ̀lẹ̀rọ̀dọ̀ mo fepo sí ayé, mo fepo sí màgídọ́ ọ̀lẹ̀mí o, mo fepo sí bùrọ̀dá ẹ bá mi rà, mo fepo sí ayé mo fẹ́ kó sí màgí tán ọ̀rẹ́ mi o mo fẹ́ kó sí sisi tá ẹ bá mi rà mo fẹ́ kó sí ayé mo fẹ́ kó sí màgí tán ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Èkó ti wá di Greater Lagos láyé Sanwó-Olú. Ó gorí ìtẹ́ o, Èkó dára sí o. Ó gorí ìtẹ́ o, Èkó dára sí o. Ó ń ṣe bíríìjì, ó ń ṣe títì. Èkó ti wá di Greater Lagos láyé Sanwó-Olú. Kúlúmbúdé oyin mọ́mọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ gorí òkun orí gerere. Kẹ̀kẹ́ gorí òkun orí gerere. Kúlúmbúdé oyin mọ́mọ́. Kúlúmbúdé oyin mọ́mọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ gorí òkun orí gerere. Kúlúmbúdé oyin.
That was the Lagos State Cultural Troupe. Kẹ́tọ́ wá máa lọ, èmi fẹ́ béèrè nǹkan kan o. Ṣáyé ṣì wà torí èmi gan mo orin kan báyìí. At this rate. Thank you so much for that energetic display. Thank you so much. It was entertaining. A round of applause for them once more, ladies and gentlemen. All right, very quickly, we need to move. I'd like for us to put our hands together for, I'll be bringing up the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Mrs. Adetutu Oluremi Oshosonya, FCA, for the vote of thanks. A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sirs and ma'as, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Head of Service, Lagos State, Mr. Olabode Agoro. The First Lady of Lagos State, Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Mrs. Bukola Taiwo Akoshile. The Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Babatunde Rilwan Akiolu, ably represented by the White Cap Chiefs and Baba Okpelua. You are welcome, sirs. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, here present, particularly the Chairman House Committee on Commerce and Cooperative Trade and Investment, Honorable Abiodun Tobo. All members of the State Executive Council hereby represented, body of permanent secretaries, my able constituency in attendance, I recognize you all. The chairman of Lagos State chapter of APC, Honorable Ojelabi, the president, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our daddy, Ashiwaju Dr. Michael Olawale Cole and his beautiful wife, our mommy. You're welcome, sir, you're welcome, ma. All past presidents, vice presidents of LCCI here seated, board of management members of LCCI, Your Royal Majesties, top government functionaries, MD Lekki Worldwide Investment Limited, Mr. Dr. Tunde Shodade, DMD LFDC, Mrs. Ajibode, the ED Lekki Worldwide, Mrs. Olusonya, GM Lascopa, Provost of Lagos State Cooperative College, Mr. Ojomu, and all heads of ministerial agencies, all religious leaders here present, chairmen and members of CDCs, the Iyaloja General Chief Mrs. Folashade Ojo, ably represented by Iya Oja of Shangotedo, Etiosa East, Chief Mrs. Idayat Oladejo, distinguished invited guests, all MSMEs here seated, Lagos State MSMEs and other MSMEs here seated, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude, and gratitude the beginning of thankfulness. I want to praise the name of God for making this day a reality and a success. I want to thank you respectfully and show my appreciation, and I humbly extend to everyone present here as you have taken your precious time to grace this occasion to mark the Lagos State Day and the closing ceremony of this 37th edition of Lagos International Trade Fair. On behalf of the Honorable Commissioner, who is unavoidably absent, and she extends her greetings, and the entire staff of the Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, I acknowledge the commitment of the state government under the able leadership of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, and Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat, and their support at ensuring the continuous participation of the state at the yearly organized Lagos International Trade Fair, LITF. I want to enjoin our MSMEs here present to give a shout and give a clap to our Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. MSMEs present. Thank you very much. This continues to avail Lagos MSMEs the opportunity to showcase their products and services at no cost inside the Lagos State Government Pavilion. We also thank the administration for, thank you very much. We also thank the administration for its resilience, assurance, and tenacity in fostering and enabling environments for businesses to thrive in Lagos State. I extend deep appreciation to all public officials in all the arms of government here present. I particularly acknowledge honorable members of the House of Assembly, particularly members of the House Committee on Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, body of permanent secretary ably led by our amiable head of service, who also doubles as the representative of Mr. Governor, Mr. Olabode Agoro. Thank you very much, sir. Senior government officials and others for gracing this event with their esteemed presence. Warm thanks to the revered leadership of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry under the presidency of Ashiwaju Dr. Michael Olawaleko. Thank you very much, sir. The board and management of LCCI for sustaining the organization of the trade fair, which has again afforded businesses the opportunity to further connect with trustworthy partners for more wealth creation. To all the cream of distinguished personalities from the organized private sector, barons and captains of commerce and industry, representatives of business membership organizations, BMOs, ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge your presence and your tireless efforts in promoting business in Lagos State. We appreciate you. I want to thank our royal fathers and the white cap chiefs who are present here. I thank you very much, sirs. I also express our gratitude to our MSMEs and exhibitors for participating in this auspicious event and for always expressing confidence in the state government. You will all attain greater heights in your endeavors. Gentlemen of the press, I thank you for the usual support in providing media coverage for this program. Your support is highly commendable. I acknowledge and appreciate the team spirit always showcased by members of staff of the Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, and for all the hands that has been on deck. Thank you very much for all you have put in to make this a success. And I thank you and appreciate you very much. Finally, as we formally close this ceremony, I wish you all safe journey to your respective destinations. I thank every guest seated here and every guest that's present, the guest of the Honorable Commissioner. I also appreciate the husband of our Honorable Commissioner that has graced this occasion with every members of the family that are here to support us. Thank you very much, sir. And once again, on behalf of Lagos State Government, we say thank you very much for coming to this auspicious occasion. Thank you very much and God bless. Gbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe ni. Thank you very much.
That was the closing remarks by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment. Thank you, Mrs. Adetutu Luremi or Shosonya, FCA. I'd like to quickly recognize the second councillor, Vaini Rubagumya. He is a diplomat from Republic of Rwanda. He's from the Rwanda High Commission, Abuja. You're welcome, sir. Please, can you signify? Where are you seated? All right, sir. All right. Earlier on, we did some presentation of awards. It's now time to present some certificates of participation. I'd like to invite the president of the LCCI again, sir, for the umpteenth time. Yes, we can do it here. Yes, we can do it here. And the chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Engineer Leye Kukpolui. All right, very quickly, can I have Ibile Oil and Gas Corporation? Ibile Oil and Gas Corporation, they are the exhibitors with the most significant stand. Or something like that. River State, State Pavilion with the richest display. Please come up very quickly. River State. Here, sir. Can I have Dangote Industries Limited, the company with the most colorful special display? Dangote Industries Limited. Yes, sir. Jetro, the most coordinated indoor exhibitor. Jetro, please be on standby. Thank you very much. Jetro. Can I have United Asia, the foreign exhibitor with the highest number of delegates? Is United Asia in the hall? All right. Finally, for presentation of certificates, can I have Rwanda, exhibitor with the most magnificent booth in the African Mall? Thank you very much, sirs. Please put your hands together as I invite for the closing remarks the Chairman, Trade Promotion Board, LCCI, Engineer Leye Kukpolui.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time. On behalf of the Council of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, member of the Trade Promotion Board, I thank you all. But at this time, we need to mention some names. The president was represented at the opening by Mrs. Luzia Shitu. Please send up our gratitude to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And for the opening remark and the closing, our brother, now Chief Olabode Aguru. On behalf of the president, please tell the governor that we appreciate him. Mrs. Bukola Akoshile, a message to the First Lady. Kabiyesi, on behalf of the president, please, Eba sọ fún ọba wa kí olúpe wọ́n ṣe o ẹ̀dẹ̀ kú dìde. Thank you, sir. We cannot but to thank our elders that are here at this moment. Chief John Odeyemi, you'll be here since 10 o'clock. Thank you very much. Achiwaju Dr. S.K. Onafokon. Thank you, sir. Alaji Remi Bello. Thank you very much, sir. And our President, Nasima, thank you for spending your time to be here for the past 3 days. We appreciate you. Our immediate past president and our councillor, and the same person that brought Tanzania here, and many other exhibitors supporting us, Mrs. Toki Mabogunje. Thank you for being here again. Because the president has sent me, but on behalf of the Trade Promotion Board, I say thank you, Mr. President. You are very amazing because you are a member of the Trade Promotion Board. We did everything together and we appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. And your deputy, the board deputy, Mr. Konun, thank you. Now, as the deputy president of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, thank you. And as executive director that have been supporting us, thank you very much. Thank you. Mama Adeleke, we appreciate you for everything. You are always with us. Mama, thank you. Auntie Pat, thank you very much, Mrs. Abaku. Thank you for being here. And our daddy, Ambassador Olumide, thank you. You are with us at the opening and you are with us again here. My friends and colleagues that are in the Executive Council, Bingham, and my sister Bakari. Even at this time that you can have the time to be here, I say thank you. But we cannot but to thank our sponsor. Without the sponsors and exhibitor, we will not be here. UBA has been partnering with us for the past 4 years. Dangote, Federal Inland Revenue, Flutterway, Money Point, Pencom, Seaway, Tolerance Group, Northwest Petroleum, Right Food, Airpeace, One Data, Fadam, St. Nicholas, United Asia, and Jethro, who has been in Lagos since 1955. And in the last 8 years, they have been supporting us. Thank you very much. And at this point, I would like to call on my colleagues in the Trade Promotion Board to come up stage. Trade Promotion Board member. President, because we need to take a phone. Member of Trade Promotion Board, quickly, we are keeping people here, please. And our president, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Aladako, thank you very much. Mr. Adebowale, Alaji, Mrs. Obadino. Yeah. I think we need to take that. Yeah, you have to take the picture with you, sir. DDG is here. Side. Need to join us. I know you are the governor, sir. And the governor have very limited time. And that's why I'm in a hurry. Auntie, thank you, sir. The deputy president, sir. And if
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right, we are bringing this ceremony to a close, but we have to do that with a rendition of the national anthem. Before we stand up, ladies and gentlemen, while we were speaking, while Engineer Kupolui was speaking, we had a new guest coming. I'd like to recognize Mr. Oluwemimo Joseph Osonikmi, Director General, National Automotive Design and Development Council. Thank you so much for being here. As the Lagos International Trade Fair 2023 takes its final bow, leaving behind a legacy of collaborations, I'd like to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the privilege of your time. My name remains Oluwayemisi Komli Akingbola. And on that note, I'd like to crave your indulgence for the last time to please stand up as we take the national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
HOS.
Lagos International Trade Fair 2023 has now come to a close. Please, there is an inspection of the Lagos State Pavilion immediately after now. Thank you very much.
Nigeria no green bag, don't care. Ọlọ́mọdé mi àgbòrò. Ọlọ́mọdé ló ní tèmi. HOS ó dilé àgbòrò. Àgbòrò ó dilé àgbòrò. Àgbòrò ó dilé àgbòrò. HOS àgbòrò yìí ó dilé àgbòrò.